Glenn Greenwald, who is a lefty. I know he goes on Tucker a lot. Now people think he's a crazy right-winger, but he's a lefty. He went on Tucker to discuss what's going on with this level of strange coordination that seems to be happening between big government and big tech.
How did Jim Baker from the FBI wind up the general counsel of Twitter? There are a lot of lawyers in this country, a lot of capable lawyers, but you hire the FBI lawyer at the center of Russiagate? I mean, that seems like a means of control by a government agency over a social media company to me.
The tentacles of the U.S. security state are in almost every single institution of authority and power in this country. I still find it mind-boggling how it used to be controversial that the CIA would have programs to clandestinely influence news outlets.
Okay, so they obviously continued on that, but I just wanted to play that small snippet because this is really incredible stuff. An FBI lawyer was working at Twitter. Do you really understand that? And then was vetting the releases as they came out. God bless Elon Musk. The second he found out about it, he fires the guy. But this is crazy, crazy stuff. And what I really think, look, the Hunter Biden laptop stuff, I don't care about Hunter Biden smoking crack on a webcam or banging hookers or whatever, snorting cocaine off the floor when looking for cheese or whatever he said he was doing. I don't care about that stuff that much. Like people have addictions, people do all sorts of things. Like, I'm libertarian mostly when it comes to drugs, although I don't think he should be smoking crack. However, his business dealings, emails to his father about money going to the big man, and how did he get this crazy job at Burisma? A guy who was a crackhead who had no experience in the energy sector. Like, these are things that are important. The fact that Jim Baker at Twitter was basically implying like, oh, we don't know if this was hacked or not, when there was no evidence that it was hacked, right? From beat one. Everybody was saying that Hunter dropped the laptop off at the repair shop. That's what the repair shop owner said. That's what Rudy Giuliani, who eventually got the laptop, said. And then, of course, the FBI starts looking into Rudy. So there's something really, really nuts here. And what I think this really leads to, beyond the corruption related to Burisma and Ukraine, and not to say that's not important because we're in this war, not war with Ukraine, and it feels like these things are somewhat connected, and there's some weird money laundering thing going on there. Okay, fine. To me, the much bigger fish in this thing is what did the government do related to COVID when there were those of us who were saying maybe this was a lab leak, or there were those of us that were saying that vaccine mandates were coming, or that vaccines don't work as promised, or maybe that we should have more clinical trials, or maybe that you shouldn't kick kids out of school and lock people down and there's going to be second order effects and all of that stuff. If the government was stepping on our free speech related to that, well, then there's something really, it's deeply important. And it's deeply important because if we don't figure out what happened, if we don't realize that, boy, there were some people that were right about some things and they were treated really horribly, and people who were horrible about things and wrong about things were treated really well, we'll never get to reconcile what happened. And maybe that's what the system wants, right? It wants this endless, nonsensical, time-release truth situation where everyone will eventually get tired of saying the truth because you won't get any credit for it, right? You will be treated like a freak for it.